Diego Maradona club career. Argentinos Juniors and Boca Juniors. On October 20, 1976, Maradona made his professional debut for Argentinos Juniors, 10 days before his 16th birthday, versus Talleres de Córdoba. He entered to the pitch wearing the number 16 jersey, and became the youngest player in the history of the Argentine Primera División. A few minutes after debuting, Maradona kicked the ball through Juan Domingo Cabrera's legs, making a nutmeg that would become legendary. After the game, Maradona said, "That day I felt I had held the sky in my hands." 30 years later, Cabrera remembered Maradona's debut. "I was on the right side of the field and went to press him, but he didn't give me a chance. He made the nutmeg and when I turned around, he was far away from me." Maradona scored his first goal in the Primera División against Marplatense team San Lorenzo on November 14, 1976, 2 weeks after turning 16. Maradona spent 5 years at Argentinos Juniors, from 1976 to 1981, scoring 115 goals in 167 appearances before his $4 million transfer to Boca Juniors. Maradona received offers to join other clubs, including River Plate, who offered to make him the club's best-paid player. Nevertheless, Maradona expressed his will to be transferred to Boca Juniors, the team he always wanted to play for. Maradona signed a contract with Boca Juniors on February 20, 1981. He made his debut 2 days later against Talleres de Córdoba, scoring twice in the club's 4-1 win. On 10 April, Maradona played his first Superclásico against River Plate at La Bombonera Stadium. Boca defeated River 3-0 with Maradona scoring a goal after dribbling past Alberto Tarantini and Phil. Despite the distrustful relationship between Maradona and Boca Juniors manager, Silvio Marcellini, Boca had a successful season, winning the league title after securing a point against Racing Club. That would be the only title won by Maradona in the Argentine domestic league. Barcelona. After the 1982 World Cup, in June, Maradona was transferred to Barcelona in Spain for a then world record fee of £5 million, $7.6 million. In 1983, under coach César Luis Menotti, Barcelona and Maradona won the Copa del Rey, Spain's annual national cup competition, beating Real Madrid, and the Spanish Super Cup, beating Athletic Bilbao. On June 26, 1983, Barcelona defeated Real Madrid on the road in one of the world's biggest club games, El Clásico, a match where Maradona scored and became the first Barcelona player to be applauded by arch-rival Real Madrid fans. Maradona dribbled past Madrid goalkeeper Agustín, and as he approached the empty goal, he stopped just as Madrid defender Juan José came sliding in a desperate attempt to block the shot and ended up crashing into the post, before Maradona slotted the ball into the net. The manner of the goal led to many inside the stadium start applauding. Only Ronaldinho, in November 2005, and Andrés Iniesta, in November 2015, have since been granted such an ovation as Barcelona players from Madrid fans at the Santiago Bernabéu. Due to illness and injury as well as controversial incidents on the field, Maradona had a difficult tenure in Barcelona. First a bout of hepatitis, then a broken ankle in a La Liga game at the Camp Nou in September 1983 caused by an ill-timed tackle by Athletic Bilbao's Andoni Goicoechea, threatened to jeopardize Maradona's career, but with treatment and therapy, it was possible for him to return to the pitch after a 3-month recovery period. Maradona with his fellow countryman Mario Kempes before a Barcelona match against Valencia. The end of the 1983-84 season included a violent and chaotic fight Maradona was directly involved in at the 1984 Copa del Rey final at the Santiago Bernabéu in Madrid against Athletic Bilbao. After receiving another rough tackle by Goicoechea which wounded his leg, being taunted with xenophobic, racist insults related to his father's Native American ancestry throughout the match by Bilbao fans, and being provoked by Bilbao's Miguel Sola at full time as Barcelona lost 1-0, Maradona snapped. He aggressively got up, stood inches from Sola's face and the two exchanged words. This started a chain reaction of emotional reactions from both teams. Using expletives, Sola mimicked a gesture from the crowd towards Maradona by using a xenophobic term. Maradona then head-butted Sola, elbowed another Bilbao player in the face and kneed another player in the head, knocking him out cold. The Bilbao squad surrounded Maradona to exact some retribution with Goicoechea connecting with a high kick to his chest, before the rest of the Barcelona squad joined in to help Maradona. From this point, Barcelona and Bilbao players brawled on the field with Maradona in the center of the action, kicking and punching anyone in a Bilbao shirt. The mass brawl was played out in front of the Spanish King Juan Carlos and an audience of 100,000 fans inside the stadium, and more than half of Spain watching on television. After fans began throwing solid objects on the field at the players, coaches and even photographers, 60 people were injured, with the incident effectively sealing Maradona's transfer out of the club in what was his last game in a Barcelona shirt. One Barcelona executive stated, "When I saw those scenes of Maradona fighting and the chaos that followed, I realized we couldn't go any further with him." Maradona got into frequent disputes with FC Barcelona executives, particularly club president Josep Lluís Núñez, culminating with a demand to be transferred out of Camp Nou in 1984. During his 2 injury-hit seasons at Barcelona, Maradona scored 38 goals in 58 games. Maradona transferred to Napoli in Italy's Serie A for another world record fee, £6.9 million, $10.48 million. Napoli. Maradona arrived in Naples and was presented to the world media as a Napoli player on July 5, 1984, where he was welcomed by 75,000 fans at his presentation at the Stadio San Paolo. Sports writer David Goldblatt commented, "They were convinced that the savior had arrived." A local newspaper stated that despite the lack of a mayor, houses, schools, buses, employment and sanitation, none of this matters because we have Maradona. Prior to Maradona's arrival, Italian football was dominated by teams from the north and center of the country, such as AC Milan, Juventus, Inter Milan, and Roma, and no team in the south of the Italian peninsula had ever won a league title. At Napoli, Maradona reached the peak of his professional career. He soon inherited the captain's armband from Napoli veteran defender Giuseppe Bruscolotti and quickly became an adored star among the club's fans. In his time there, he elevated the team to the most successful era in its history. Maradona played for Napoli at a period when north-south tensions in Italy were at a peak due to a variety of issues, notably the economic differences between the two. Led by Maradona, Napoli won their first ever Serie A Italian championship in 1986-87. Goldblatt wrote, "The celebrations were tumultuous. A rolling series of impromptu street parties and festivities broke out contagiously across the city in a round-the-clock carnival which ran for over a week. The world was turned upside down. The Neapolitans held mock funerals for Juventus and Milan, burning their coffins, their death notices announcing May 1987, the other Italy has been defeated. A new empire is born." Murals of Maradona were painted on the city's ancient buildings, and newborn children were named in his honor. The following season, the team's prolific attacking trio, formed by Maradona, Bruno Giordano, and Kerka, was later dubbed the Magical Frontline. Napoli would win their second league title in 1989-90, and finish runners-up in the league twice, in 1987-88 and 1988-89. Other honors during the Maradona era at Napoli included the Coppa Italia in 1987, as well as a second-place finish in the Coppa Italia in 1989, the UEFA Cup in 1989, and the Italian Super Cup in 1990. During the 1989 UEFA Cup final against Stuttgart, Maradona scored from a penalty in a 2-1 home victory in the first leg, later assisting Kerka's match-winning goal, while in the second leg on 17 May, a 3-3 away draw, he assisted Ciro Ferrara's goal with a header. Despite primarily playing in a creative role as an attacking midfielder, Maradona was the top scorer in Serie A in 1987-88 with 15 goals, and was the all-time leading goal scorer for Napoli, with 115 goals, until his record was broken by Marek Hamsik in 2017. When asked who was the toughest player he ever faced, AC Milan central defender Franco Baresi stated that it was Maradona, a view shared by his Milan teammate Paolo Maldini, who viewed Maradona and Ronaldo as the best players he ever faced, stating in 2008, "The best ever I played against was Maradona." Although Maradona was successful on the field during his time in Italy, his personal problems increased. His cocaine use continued, and he received $70,000 in fines from his club for missing games and practices, ostensibly because of stress. He faced a scandal there regarding an illegitimate son, and he was also the object of some suspicion over an alleged friendship with the Camorra. Later on, in honor of Maradona and his achievements during his career at Napoli, the number 10 jersey of Napoli was officially retired. Sevilla, Newell's Old Boys and Boca Juniors. After serving a 15-month ban for failing a drug test for cocaine, Maradona left Napoli in disgrace in 1992. Despite interest from Real Madrid and Marseille, he signed for Sevilla, where he stayed for 1 year. In 1993, he played for Newell's Old Boys and in 1995 returned to Boca Juniors for a 2-year stint. Maradona also appeared for Tottenham Hotspur in a testimonial match for Osvaldo Ardiles against Internazionale, shortly before the 1986 World Cup. In 1996, he played in a friendly match alongside his brother Raul for Toronto, Italia against the Canadian National Soccer League All-Stars. Maradona was himself given a testimonial match in November 2001, played between an All-Star World 11 and the Argentina national team.